The allegedly launched SpaceX rocket to space has generated a lot of arguments. Millions of people around the world gather on the internet to watch it live on a SpaceX live stream of the internet blasting off from the Kennedy Space Center at Florida. Thousands more gathered at the Cape Canaveral Space Center yesterday, joyfully counting down the seconds until the rocket sent a Tesla Roadster on a billion journeys through space. But droves of skeptics and disbelievers immediately took to social media platforms to voice their concern and accuse SpaceX of faking the whole operation. The flat earthers, who are individuals who clinch onto the disproven theory that the Earth is of a flat disk and not an absolute fake, claim the stream was faked. The official Flat Earth Society Twitter page said today, people who believe that the Earth is a globe because they saw a car in space on the internet must be the new incarnation of it's true. I saw it on TV. It's a poor argument. Why would we believe any privately held company to report the truth? The group further argued the media were in SpaceX agenda, helping out the rocket manufacturer with the alleged deception. The society added in response to a challenger who shouldn't trust us. You should evaluate claims independently. We have never advocated for anything. Another Twitter user under the handle of Forever Flat said, for all of you who watched the Falcon Heavy, saw a car go to space, saw no satellite, no ILS, no space debris, no obsolete fuel, no spinning head, no escape velocity, no speed of 20 km/h, no stars, just stationary blackness. SpaceX founder Elon Musk entertained the flat earthers in the post-launch interview. Mr. Musk joked the car looked too weird, too creepy to be real. Mr. Musk said you can't tell it's real because it looks so fake. It's just literally a normal car in space, which I kind of like the absurdity of that. Those who watched the SpaceX feed saw the expensive electric car breathtakingly hang over the blue planet below, immediately disproving the conspiracy the Earth is anything but a globe. From its vantage point, thousands of kilometers above the Earth, Musk admitted watching the Roadster and its dummy star pilot in a real time was a surreal experience. But not everyone was convinced by the stream. Many truthers questioned the apparent lack of stars against the vast expanse of space, while others pointed out the planet appeared to be stationary. Twitter account Professor Brian Hoss tweeted, surely you don't need to be a flat earth believer to recognize the fakery. It is not a flat earth versus globe matter. It's a special of the fraud and mockery. This affects us all. Unfortunately, the flat earthers theory is supported by many prominent celebrities such as B.O.B. and NBA star Cry Ivy. The same people believe NASA and other respected scientific bodies are perpetuating the globe horse for their own ends. B.O.B. challenged NASA last year by pledging to send a satellite into the space to settle the debate. This is what another chemist had to say. This Tesla looks so fake, but that is because of the way colors appear in space. On a side note, Musk told reporters that if you look closely on the dashboard, there is a tiny roadster with a tiny spaceman. Even Musk thinks his space cruising midnight chariot roadster looks weird. It looks so ridiculous and impossible. The SpaceX CEO told reporters after the Falcon Heavy mega rocket launch the car into space yesterday, you can't tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Musk went on to say that the colors in general look strange in space because there is no atmospheric equation. Everything too crypt, he said, but said what he did mean by this, and it is true that colors in space don't look the same as they do on Earth. First of all, yes, colors do look fuzzier on the Earth than they do in space, said Richard Long, a retired chemist in Boston who is a member of the American Chemical Society panel of experts. Think of it this way. Light can travel through different mediums, including air, water, and the vacuum of space, each of which has a different refractive index. He said that is, these mediums bend light differently, which explains why colors light doesn't look the same in one medium as it does in another. Furthermore, When light travels through the Earth's atmosphere, it passes through air that contains particles, such as dust, smooth and soot liquid droplets. The air also has varying density depending on how much water it contains and its temperature. Sachi-Ben said, for instance, the air at the top of Mount Everest is less dense than at sea level, which is why breathing at Everest peak is challenging. These factors are particles and properties can challenge the way colors looks on Earth. The light scatter off the particles, he said. When it hits a piece of dust, it bounces off it, and then it hits another one and it scatters off of that one. That is why the image we see less dense, he said. In space, you don't have that. In space, there's barely anything to burn or block light. That is why pictures taken by the Hubble Space Telescope are so much sharper than images taken from Earth-based telescope, he said. You get these incredibly good pictures when you are in space, he said. Other images snapped in space, such as the famous Blue Marble picture, also show how clear and crisp colors, but perhaps people didn't realize it because these images weren't as crazy looking as Tesla Roadster heading towards the asteroid belt, he said. Because colors in space look so sharp, pictures and videos taken there may look as if someone visually edited them. This is likely why most joke that the Roadster images look fake, he said. However, Mr. Sachi-Ben noted that he's never heard of atmospheric accretion, the term Musk used. It's likely that Musk was referring to particles in its air that block and scatter light, but it's hard to say for sure, he said. It's probably more speaking of cuff and using terminology that is not necessarily incorrect but not standard, he said. SpaceX didn't immediately respond to the request for comment, but
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
Houston now controlling. Atlantis begins its penultimate journey to shore up the International Space Station. Atlantis now in the proper alignment for its 8.5-minute ride to orbit. 4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Outpost. 30 seconds into the flight. Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude, almost 6 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center already, traveling 500 miles an hour. The 3 liquid fuel main engines now throttling back to 72% of rated performance, going into the bucket, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier.